had to change your feet. What you change them to wheels?
Welcome back to Affinity Archive.
Ah. You mean game devs play games?
Shout out to our friends on YouTubes. You know,
yeah,
that'd be awesome. Yeah, times. All right,
what are you waiting for? Let's finish this. I want to start playing too. I can't play until you beat this level.
All right.
So I think when we ended the last episode, I was talking about adventure mode and how I got some words.
Okay.
Okay, so it sounds like this is a Dynasty Warriors thing, where the game never wants to end. It wants you to keep playing it forever. That's what adventure mode is in this game. Where, and don't get me wrong, the concept is awesome. It's very cool. You're basically going across on a classic, like classic Zelda-style map, and you select a section on the map to have a battle on. And if you beat it under certain conditions, you unlock things. You get items that you can use to discover new things on other tiles. It's basically a constant, like, you go back and forth unlocking new things. You unlock characters and you get new weapons and all sorts of cool stuff.
Okay.
My issue with it is that it quite literally requires days worth of playing, like 72 hours or more of game time before you unlock everything. I've been playing this game for a while. When this game first came out and I got the Wii U, I went fucking crazy, balls to the wall, and just never stopped playing it. And I still have yet to unlock everything. And now, in the latest versions of this game, the maximum level for characters is, I think it's
255.
Before it was like 100 or 150. Now it's 255. Fucking. My highest level character is like 60.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
So, Warriors is very well known for having a lot in their games. Whether it be...
But it's not even necessarily a lot. It's...
Well, when I say a lot, I mean in terms of, like, stuff to work with and unlock and whatnot.
And while that's all great and, like, you get new things, it's very small differences. And to get it, it's a lot of the same gameplay over and over again. And that's my issue with it, is that it stops being fun. It becomes a chore.
Yeah, and it does hit that point.
The completionist in me just wants to be done. I want to have everything unlocked.
Dude, okay, I'm going to tell you a story.
Please.
So Warriors has a bunch of different series, but it's well known for two. Dynasty Warriors, which is supposed to take place during the Romance of the Three Kingdoms in China, and Samurai Warriors during the Warring States period of Japan.
Okay.
So, basically they choose the two most influential and talked about periods in China and Japan. Well, they also had games for, like, future setting.
Really?
They had one for a fantasy setting. Those didn't really take off nearly as much, but they were still there.
Huh.
So.
That's actually surprising to me.
Oh, yeah.
I would have thought it'd be the other way around. I mean, not that people aren't into historical types of games. I mean, not that those games are historical in accuracy, but it's going off of a premise.
Right.
Oh, you won.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no, you haven't won one. You just finished the current objective.
So, Koei, the developer behind... Koei and Omega Force, the two basically figureheads for the Warriors series, were starting to gain a whole lot of momentum, and they were trying to think of a way to introduce a new way of playing the games while also including the things that people really loved about both series, because both, while having the same basic controls, did differ in very specific ways, which were very... I really liked that. It wasn't the same game when you went from Dynasty Warriors to Samurai. I thought that was very cool. They came out with Warriors Orochi, which took everyone from Dynasty Warriors and everyone from Samurai Warriors
and put them together?
And put them together.
What? That doesn't even make sense.
I know, because they introduced some, like, weird time demonic element where there's this overarching evil guy who's messing with time, which is then leading to these two genres meeting. Okay?
Okay.
So, that was the first one. Okay?
Okay.
And that was still PS2. However, as time goes by, new games get released. Warriors Legends of Troy, another fantasy setting. Several other games came out in the Dynasty and Samurai series. My addiction
here's where we go.
With Warriors Orochi 3. The third. Oh, hey honey, you have way too much eyeshadow on, but that's okay.
Speaking of sexism in games.
Yeah.
The unfortunate thing is, so obviously right now they're going for the Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask types of characters and setting and all that theme.
Oh. I want to go on.
My issue here is that they still could have taken the opportunity.
Oh my god, it's the bomb from Bomberman.
Oh no. Oh god. These episodes won't release at the same time, but hopefully I'll release Bomberman first so that people can get a laugh at that.
No.
Yeah, it's come back to haunt us. But anyway, I'm disappointed that they didn't take the opportunity here to improve the design of the Great Fairy. Even though they're going off the Ocarina of Time Fairy, they still could have made her less sexist and still looked like that Great Fairy enough to where people understand.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They only just made her boobs less pointy and bigger.
Yeah. So, Warriors Orochi 3 included I'm just going to go ahead and ballpark 150 characters from both
What?
Samurai and Dynasty.
What?
I'm not even kidding. It included Achilles from Warriors Legends of Troy. It included several characters from their fantasy series. It included several original characters for their, demonic time people thing. And it also included bonus characters from Soul Calibur, Ninja Gaiden, and Dead or Alive.
What the fuck?
This game had around, 200 characters.
Why?
And the thing was...
Oh, you just wasted it.
Did I, though? Yeah, I did. Shit. The thing was about this game, and the reason that I got addicted, was that each character, in the end, yes, it was similar in terms of gameplay mechanic and playstyle. Their third power move was a crowd-clearing thing. The second one knocked people off balance. But they each had something that made them individual. Every single character had something that made them different from each other. And that's why I spent months going through the story and fighting and clawing to get all those characters, because at the end of the day I wanted to know what Sophitia from Soul Calibur would do in a Dynasty Warriors setting, because that was cool to me.
And did you end up getting everyone?
I did.
Did you really?
I did.
I gotta say, man, that's actually pretty impressive. This game has, 10 characters, and I was like, I'm done. I got as much as I wanted, and I want to move on to new things.
Yeah, I definitely hit that point. I did not touch a Warriors game for a very long time.
Is this the first one since?
Yeah, to a point. I did play the latest Dynasty Warriors one for a bit, because it's Dynasty Warriors I played since I was in high school.
You don't really know how to kill him, do you? You've played Zelda games in the past, yes?
Yes.
That's your moment right there.
Oh.
King Dodongo, man. Where you been? You got an item. Bam! There you go.
I just thought he didn't get death.
Did they have bosses in the other games, like giant things like this?
No. That's why I was kind of caught off guard.
Okay. Well, you didn't seem like it.
You'll have confrontations with other key characters, but at the end of the day, it's nothing major like this. This is something else entirely. Unless it's Warriors Orochi. Where you're fighting demons and hydras and what the fuck and why not?
Oh, well, I mean, that's cool too. You done fucked up.
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Hit me!
Hit me! He has a very Joker-esque smile.
Actually, yeah, he kind of does. So the bosses, I think, are probably the best thing about this game. though, like, you fight them once and then you're like, okay, I know how to do it. So when the bosses come back, and they do, it just is like, alright, I know how to do this. Now this is just a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Those are cool too.
That is actually something that did carry over into the latest Dynasty Warriors. I'm glad that they held on to that.
Yeah, it's basically a shield break. Once you break it down, then you do a power move.
What they did for Dynasty
Pick
for
that shit up.
mechanic is they had like a rock paper scissors thing with your weapons, where if you had one with an earth element, it would overcome a water element, and water would overcome air, and air would overcome earth.
They kind of do that in this. The weapons do have element types in this. Cool. It doesn't have a major effect, but it has a little bit of one.
Okay.
Basically, you deal more damage if you're using it against the right opponent.
I gotcha. What I will say is that if, in terms of comparing the two, it seems a little, and it's almost unnecessary, a little faster in terms of the movement, in terms of how fast things can go. The Warriors series was already about clearing out hundreds of enemies in one fell swoop. Mm-hmm. You already had the crazy combos that would shoot you flying across the field. You would have horseback riding, like mounted combat was a thing. Like, it was very cool. I don't think having such an increased speed really does much for it. Maybe I'm wrong.
I haven't played the other Warriors games, but it is because of this game that I had issues, and still do have issues, with Dark Souls. Because I love how quick and how responsive everything in this game is.
Yeah, that's a very Warriors trope. I don't want to say trope, but it's a theme. That's
their style.
Yeah, their style is all about crazy epic action and ridiculousness, whereas Dark Souls is about the quote-unquote realism of being in a dungeon crawl, in that you get a little tired and fatigued after swinging your sword a good several times.
Well, I think it has more to do with like strategy and the micro battles.
Exactly. The micro battles that you cannot skip.
Well,
for the love of God, you cannot skip them because you get fucked if you do.
Yeah. It's the challenges in the strung together experiences of each of the micro battles.
Yeah,
it works.
Yeah,
it's just, this game taught me that when I want to dodge immediately. It should cancel all other actions. And so in playing this for as many hours as I did, that sort of became my intuitive, like, this is an action game, this is how it should respond.
Right.
And it stuck with me so strongly because it honestly was just really good design. Mm-hmm. The game feel was just stellar in this game. It is stellar in this game.
Oh, cool. They carried that over.
Carried what over?
The idea of picking up weapons, and sometimes you'll come across ones that'll have some sort of ability attached to it, or an element, or whatever.
Well, we can talk about this more in the next episode, but I think they could have handled abilities better in this game.
On a side note, what could you buy with 1 rupee?
Nothing.
No, I mean, like, if you were to immerse yourself in the Zelda world, and you had a rupee, what do you think you could buy with it?
Nothing.
A loaf of bread?
Maybe. I mean, in most of the Zelda games, buying a jar of milk still costs like 50.
So, I always, real quick, because I know we're about to end the episode, I always find it interesting whenever games give you like, oh, you just got 20,000 gold, but that 1 gold could feed a farming family for a month. So enjoy your unneeded wealth, sir.
I mean, I don't think the what would you call it, like,
intent?
Well, the difference of like value of a rupee isn't quite that extreme, but I get what you mean. It is kind of silly. Yeah. We see that in RPGs all the fucking time.
Oh God. And the episode, I'm gonna kill a fairy.
Alright, we'll see you in the archives. And next time, I'll be playing too, motherfuckers. Woo! Bye.